Hello class, my name is Professor Snehal Sadavarte from Rajgarh Institute of Management, Research and Development, Pune. Welcome to today's session for MBA second year semester 3rd. The subject name is HR Operations. The course code is 305. Let's start with unit 2nd, that is Communications about Disciplinary Measures. Let's start with first discipline management. What is discipline? The discipline is nothing but the rules and regulations are essential to maintain the peace and prevent arbitrary regulate behavior of people and to hold the peace together. Moreover, most of the employee refers to the work under disciplined environment as a fair rule, protect the individuals and the organization and enable the teamwork. Discipline management. What is discipline? Discipline may be considered as a force that prompts individual or the group to observe the rules, regulations and the procedure which are deemed to be necessary for effective functioning of organization. Management as discipline refers to that the branch of knowledge which is connected to study of principles and practices of basic administration. It specifies certain code of conduct to be followed by manager, also various methods for managing resources effectively. Discipline makes sure individual maintains silence at workplace and team as work as a single unit with their team member to achieve organizational goal and objectives. Discipline is in a fact lifeline of the organization. Without discipline, employee would not have misbehave but also do whatever they have want to do. What is discipline management? The aim of? Our aim is educate rather than punishment and try to find out what is wrong rather than who is wrong. The discipline management, the objective of discipline management. To obtain a willing concepts of rule, regulations and procedure of an organization so that organizational goal may be attained. Next objective, to give and seek direction and responsibility. Next is to increase the working efficiency and morale of the employees so that their productivity is stepped up, the cost of production brought down and the quality of production improved. In the discipline management, when any employee, worker should not follow the rules and regulations of the discipline, then it's called as a misconduct. The misconduct behavior of employee or individual is followed the rules and regulation, unfollow the rule and regulation of organization. The symptoms of misconduct are change in normal behavior, absenteeism, apathy, go slow at work, increase in number and severity of grievance, persistent and continuous demand of overline allowance, lack of concern of the performance. These are the example of misconduct. Any conduct consistent with faithful discharge of duties would conduct misconduct. The misconduct would constitute all acts enumerated in the stand of order and appointment letter. Now, classification of misconduct. The misconduct should happen with the different classified by the organization. For example, first is on duty, non-observance of duty, non-performance at work, negligence of duty, late attendance, absence without leave, go slow. These are the misconduct behavior on duties by employee or individual. Next is behavioral misconduct. In the behavioral misconduct, employee or individual should and act subversive to discipline, insubordination or disobedience, riotous or disorderly behavior, damage to property or reputation, and sleeping on the duty. Next misbehavior misconduct is gross misconduct, that is the theft, dishonesty or fraud, disloyalty, corruption, moral turpitude, and strikes. These are the classification of misconducts. Now, here is the discipline model which is consist of misconduct. Misconduct again classified into the duty, behavior and gross misconduct. In the last slide, we explained the duty and behavioral misconduct. In that, how the duty, behavioral misconduct is then classified into the by any employee or individual. Then it classify again into the counseling. It goes to the counseling. Then after counseling of that employee, it goes to the improvement of that employee. Improvement means the behavioral improvement, take a chance of that employee, and then if it is continuing observe, then give him a caution note. If he improve, then last is the close case. Next is the cause notice is given, then again improvement, and then continue. If the continuation happen with the misconduct of that employee, then give the warning letter. Warning letter again give him the improvement chance. If not, improvement chance is continue, then it go to the charge sheet and inquiry notice, and last inquiry notice again found by the proved or non-proved. If proved, then it's give a punishment, or she give a punishment, and if not, then the case is closed. In this manner, the misconduct behavioral or misconduct duties should be happen. So student, let's start with our topic. The content of the topics are drafting of memo, then warning, show cause and charge sheet. So student, let's start with the first, that is drafting of memo. Now what is memo? A memo simple letter of complaint regarding the misconduct given to the particular person on the basis of memo by specifying the misconduct and related to standing orders under what section it is coming. The specific time is given the written explanation regarding the misconduct and that why the disciplinary action should not taken against. In any organization, disciplinary action may be necessary when an worker's behavior has a negative impact on the individual, co-workers or the workplace. As a manager, you may have to take disciplinary or correlative action to improve the unaccessible behavior or the performance. When a manager have unsuccessfully tried other methods such as counseling and performance appraisal, the manager may have to written memos or to warn the employee who appear unable to reform. Here is how you can write a memo for the employee's discipline. Given sufficient notice, specify the course of action, maintain privacy and use significance wording. Let's explain with give sufficient notice. What is that? The manager may to request an employee by giving the memo as a notice to the employee that his or her performance does not meet some expectation component. The manager may give his repairment if the worker failed to show a changes following information, supervisor coaching to help him improve the required performance. Next is the specifying the course of action. Make reference to the memo as a disciplinary memo to avoid the legal issue with labor union later. Clearly state that the reason for writing a memo. Remember to include the employee responses in the memo but avoid focusing on his response. The focus instead on distinct policy or the procedure in the memo. Next is the maintain privacy. While treating memo as a personal, confidential and matter, ensure that manager only provide it to the employee involved. If possible, the manager should also provide a copy to his union representative and keep another copy in the employee's personal file for further reference. However, The manager should check with their operations union stewards if you need to keep proofs in such a conversation or meeting. And last, fourth one is the use significant wording. If your communication make use of powerful wording that refers to the preparement or the formal written notice. Specify if manager are accusing the employee of incompetence, insubordination or misconduct or negligence of duty. These all are serious phase that manager should challenges later. Next is the warning. After giving memo, the employee is not behave properly, then give a warning. Something that serve to warn, given notice or caution, alertness and prudence in the hazardous situation, care and awareness. This is a definition of simple warning. But what is in the warning as an organization? In an employee work, conduct at work or absent in generating the frequent concern within the business, their employer may begin the process of formal disciplinary action against them. However, it is integral that the employer first consider the whole situation, particularly the legal implications involved in issue as a warning. First, employee or employer give him a informal warning. In most cases, it is better for the employee to resolve issue informally, whatever possible. Depending on what the issue is, it may be appropriate to have an informal chat or verbal warning with someone rather than going through the process of issuing a formal warning. Unfortunately, many issues are served enough to warrant further formal investigation. Then, robust policy. It is the responsibility of HR to implement a clear policy and procedure for your business to manage the process of issuing the formal warning for cases of misconduct and capability. This discipline policy and procedure should apply all employees to work within organization. The formal warning. Now, next after informal warning, if employee or the worker will not work properly, then the formal warning given to the employee by employer. If the employer believe that an accident warrant or the formal warning, their first step is to consider the legal implication involved and ensure that the person is going to be treated fairly. What is a warning? Written warning. A written warning is usually a second step in the formal employee disciplinary process, which follow an oral warning. If an employee engage his behavior that is contrary to the employer's work policies and has already been warned verbally, the next step is to provide employee a written warning that notify the employee of his or her inappropriate behavior, often referencing a particular employment policy, and usually warn the employee of the consequences if the employee continuing to engage in a behavior. Following an investigation, the employer and the HR representative will be more informed to make a decision as to the best course of the action. For example, written warnings are often given out for the following types of employee conduct. For example, first is the absenteeism, then abusive language. Next is the causing unsafe working conditions, then damage to company property and loss of company property. These are the example of misconduct behavior of employee. Although there is no legal notification of specific time scale, it is good to practice to offer at least a couple of days notice so that the person can prepare their side of the story. A common rule of thumb is to offer no less than 72 hours notification. Then after giving warning, give the show cause. What is show cause? The show cause notice means that the order issued by the court. Attempt authority or the organization asking an individual or a group of people to explain or to show a cause in the written as to why the disciplinary action should not taken against the individual or the group of people involved in a certain accident, misconduct, poor performance and the wrongdoing. When this show cause given, when the employee is involved in the workplace dispute, has committed a misconduct or has shown slackness in the performance. Next, why? Why this show cause given? The idea of show cause letter is to give an opportunity for the employee to explain himself prior to the company deciding to the next course of the action to resolve the matter. How to write show cause notice or the order to show cause or its reply. The show cause notice or the letter should be very simple and brief. It is important to mention the specific reason why the person is receiving a notice and state clearly what are the consequences of not replying of the notice. The notice should be addressed to the concerned person only. It is better to solve added employee code number as well as if any avoid any kind of the duplicity or the confusion. The kind of notice can be given by the hand and also sent to their residential address, and the receipt should be kept in record of the further reference. For example, as shown cause letter can include many offences such as assault and the battery, disorderly conduct, intoxication, insubordination, conflict of the interest, serious changes such as theft, fraud or sexual harassment, participation in the illegal. Next is the charge sheet. Charge sheet means a written statement of certain allegation upon the occurrence to the communication that what is to be done in a law break and not acceptable as per the code of conduct. The objective of charge sheet is highlight and address the expect point of the misconduct committed by the employee and demanding to submit an explanation in his or her defense and to present it to the management of the organization. When to write a charge sheet? The charge sheet is issued an employee when an employee is involved in any type of misconduct or bad behavior with the office colleague, or if the employee is involved in theft of the company's property, or if he or she is absent from his duty, or if he and she is not performing well. After giving all this notice, when inviting a colleague to the disciplinary hearing, they have to a right to be accompanied by one of the following: a colleague, a trade union representative, or an official employed by the trade union. A disciplinary hearing. It is important that all managers who are expected to conduct the disciplinary hearing are fully trained in how to do so. The manager conducting the hearing should also be accompanied by the HR representative who is on hand-to-hand legal advice and record a full account of the meeting. The potential outcome of the disciplinary hearing: no further action. This may be due to the lack of information to support the claim against the disciplinary action. First, in every organization, HR manager should give first the written warning or improvement notice. It is the responsibility of HR representative to offer advice that stipulate what the required improvement is. Then write down the final written warning written letter. If any informal disciplinary warning, you should dispute all the long this will remain on the employee personal record, which suggests the following time scale. First written warning and next is the final written warning within the 12 months. Now let's start with the difference between warning and show cause. What is this? The warning letter itself is a mild punishment which notify the employee that the mistake should not be repeated. And the show cause is a letter demanding the explanation from the employee for the deed which appear to be mistake. And difference between show cause. The people generally refers to the document as a show cause notice if it is of a minor act of the misconduct and the charge sheet. If it is for the major misconduct, then the second show cause notice is to be issued only when if the organization is proposed to impose the punishment or the dismissal against the employee.